Take your photos to the next level with this animated Polaroid effect. I've been seeing this animation everywhere on my Explore page on Instagram, and it's super cute to display your photos in a photo dump post or a recap, and it's just something different, something eye-catching. So I thought I would recreate this effect for you all, and I did everything in Adobe Express. Here's how to do it. So I'm just gonna hop right into Adobe Express. Now it doesn't really matter if you're on desktop or on mobile, you can do this on either device. So basically we're just going to go in and start a new project. We're just gonna hit that plus button. And then we can go to custom size, or if you already have it here, you can also select Instagram portrait post, and it will just take you straight into the editor. But if you need the dimensions, it is 1350 by 1080 pixels, and you'll get a blank page like this. First thing, we're going to start off with the background color. Now, of course, you could leave this white, but I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to change it to a color. You can change it to whatever color you want, whatever fits your brand. I'm going to go with this blue color. And so now that that's set, we're going to go into the media tab, which has all of the stock photos, video, and audio. In the search bar under photos, we're going to search Polaroid camera. Now there are a couple different options. The ones that you should go for are the ones that are straight on, like this one, or even this Instax right over here. Just make sure whatever camera you choose that it is just front facing. Because it gets all weird if it's even slightly angled. So let's go with this one. And if it has a background on it, just hit remove background on the left hand side, and then it'll just remove all this white part over here. So now that the background is off, we're just going to duplicate this camera like so. Just right click and hit duplicate, or Command D or Control D, and then we're gonna line it right on top of each other until you see the 4 purple lines crossing each other. We're gonna crop it until where the little photo feed is. So we're gonna do it to right about here. We just dragged in the edge, and that just crops the camera. So now we have 2 different pieces of the camera. One is slightly shorter than the other. Now, if you're using a mock-up of an Instax style camera, you don't really have to do this because the picture will be ejecting upward. So you could just make the photo come out of the top over here. So now that we have the camera, let's insert the Polaroid. I'm actually gonna go into elements, and we're gonna look up Polaroid here, and then there will be different options. Let's go with this one. So we have our photo here. Size the photo so it kind of matches the size of the camera. And then now we're gonna go into our photos and pop in a photo for the back of the frame. You can easily do this by just dragging a photo onto Express, or you can easily just hit the upload button right here. So I'm just gonna select this photo here from my uploads. It's an old photo of me in Hawaii, and I am just going to size it down to match the Polaroid. Now, if the edges don't line up, that is totally okay. For me, what I like to do is I'll take the photo and line up one side until all the edges are lined up, and then I'll take the edge that doesn't line up and then just stretch it or shrink it to whatever. And then in the layers panel on this right hand side, I'm just going to select the photo layer and then drag it down so that it's underneath the frame. And then from there, I'm going to hit the shift button and then select the Polaroid frame so that both things are selected, and then I am going to hit group. Now that they are grouped, they are able to move around like one. And then I totally forgot to mention, if you wanted to edit the photo, it's super easy. Just make sure you have the photo selected, go to adjust, and then you can adjust the brightness, contrast, things like that. So we have the Polaroid, we have the camera. So here's where the magic happens. Now I'm just going to select this Polaroid layer and sandwich it between the 2 camera layers so that it'll go in between the upper and lower camera layer. And then I'm going to take a shape. We're just going to go into elements and then scroll at the top here all the way down to shapes. Where it says rectangles, I'm just going to select that. So now I'm just going to change that fill color to the same blue. So I'm just going to take this shape and I'm going to extend it up until where that top camera layer is. And then I'm going to take this and bring it below the first layer, but above the Polaroid. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, just copy this layer order I have right here. So basically what this blue does is when we animate it in, it's gonna be hidden. So now that we have that set up, we're just gonna select the Polaroid and then we're gonna select animation. You can select the in, looping, and out animation. So now we're going to animate this Polaroid going in and out of the camera. So I'm going to select this and then select animation. And then from there, there are different kinds of like drop animations you can use. You can choose whatever style of animation you want, as long as it's just moving in one direction. So you can use drop or drift, which is a little slower, rise, bungee, so it kind of bounces. We have rise selected, but if you notice the animation's not going in the right direction, so I'm just going to click into the animation again, and you can change the direction. And then also fade will be automatically checked, but we're going to take that out too. Lastly, another box you're going to check is start outside of page. Now this isn't totally necessary, but I like to do it just to make sure the picture doesn't like start mid-page like this, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna go in and hit start outside of page, so I make sure it starts outside of that page. So we have the first half of the animation in. Now we gotta do the out animation, and now for this one I'm just gonna make it finish off the page. So we're just going to do the same animation. We're going to do rise, but instead of up, we're going to change it to go downward. I didn't mention this earlier, but you can change the duration. So if we wanted this to go a little bit faster, we totally could do that because it goes in really slowly too. So I'm going to increase or decrease that as well. So that's looking good. Now I noticed that the Polaroid stops and then goes again. That's something that's up to your preference. For me, I want it to be as minimal as possible. Like I want it to like slow down and then fall. To get that effect, you just have to shorten the slide. So just open up the timeline here, and then we're just going to make the slide or the scene be a lot shorter. But let's say you want this to be like a video, you want it to keep spitting out photos. What I would do here is, now that I have the base animation, I'll just take the scene and then just duplicate it. And then for every scene, I'll just pretty much go in and replace the photo. And then once you have all your photos in your slides, it should look something like this. Now, of course, like I said earlier, you can customize this however you want. You can change up the Polaroid frame if you want a pattern, or I've done one where it's more of like a film or photo booth strip. You can use that kind of frame as well. Again, different cameras. You can use the Instax style where it pops up, or this one. Adding text, you can add text on the Polaroid if you want, or around the camera. Definitely don't forget to spruce up this animation so that it fits your personal style and your content as well. With that said, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Now, if you do recreate this animation, please post it and tag me at Katrina Torrijos. I would love to see your animations and what you make with it. And with that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!